You know what time it is. Marvin Devine, Huber, Axel, and you know how we do. Yeah, I got the juice, yeah, I got the juice. Whip game cool, make them look like cool. Always play cool, that's the biggest rule.
You were looking at right now called Rapid Red. This Rapid Red, by the way, looks absolutely amazing in the snow today, so definitely a fan. But so anyways, let's go ahead and start up front. You will find a unique front grille, of course, for the Raptor with Ford block lettering. Of course, just above it, integrated into that front grille, marker lights as well. There's those 3 amber lights at the top there. Definitely distinguishing itself from all the other F-150s out there. Looks amazing. To the sides, quad beam LED headlights with black housings coming standard. It will, of course, come with the automatic feature, meaning when it starts to get dark out, they're going to turn on automatically for there, so you never have to worry about that. LED daytime running lights also coming standard. Heavy duty front skid plates. You guys can kind of see that just down below. That is, of course, when you're going off-road, it doesn't mess up any of the undercarriage. That's definitely a plus as well. 2 front tow hooks can also be found up front. They're going to be finished in black, kind of integrated into those front skid plates there. Now let me jump up to the top real quick here. You guys can see there are some hood air extractors as well, so perhaps not quite as big as the new GT500, but still they're there and they are functional, of course, so that is definitely going to be a plus as well. So let me mention one more thing before we head around to the side here, you guys. I saw this the other day. There are some LED aftermarket lights available for this little area. They are so bright, but they look so good with these LED lights, so did want to mention that. And of course, you can put LEDs up top and everything, and there are actually aux switches built in that are for nothing right now, but that are set up for that kind of thing. So I'll get more into that a little bit later. But now let's go ahead and make our way to the side on this one here. Rear privacy glass coming standard across the board, of course. When it comes to those side mirrors, they come standard as black side mirrors, power adjustable, and they will come standard heated with LED integrated turn signals no matter what route that you go with. However, I did want to mention there are body colored side mirrors that are optional. Also LED mirror spotlights for an additional $175. Let's say if you're going hunting bright and early in the morning and it's still dark out, that's going to help you out a little bit there as well. So now let's take a step back here a little bit. You actually get black side door handles. That's going to be the standard setup. So if you do go with the standard setup for the Raptor, I would probably say black is the best exterior option in my opinion. It's going to kind of all blend in quite nicely, but of course this Rapid Red Raptor is completely optioned out, so we got just about everything on it. But of course you have some flared out front fenders with air extractors once again. Definitely look good and once again functional as well. Cast aluminum running boards down below. They are very heavy duty and they definitely helped me get into this one as well. With those cast aluminum running boards, I like that they actually have Raptor towards the end of it as well, so that's a nice little touch that Ford didn't have to do, but they did. Taking a look down at the wheel setup, standard setup is going to be 17-inch cast aluminum wheels with BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. Of course, that is the setup you are looking at right now, but I did want to mention there is an optional setup, 17-inch forged aluminum beadlock wheels. They go for around $1,900 if you were interested there, but I did want to mention that as well. And by the way, the Raptor graphics found on the exterior of this one, they look very good, but they are an option. That is not something that comes standard in this one. But now, let's go ahead and make our way to the back. I love these LED taillights to start here, and they are LEDs, by the way, so that's definitely a plus too. F-150 etched into the rear tailgate or Ford block lettering. That is an optional setup you were looking at right now, but once again, dual rear tow hooks finished in black, just like the front. If you're curious if there was a spare tire, it is found underneath there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can, but there is a spare tire underneath. That's always a plus. I've also seen optional setups where you can kind of mount it right up there. That looks pretty sick as well, but nonetheless, you do have a towing setup back here, 4 and 7 pin connectors, of course, and 6,000 pound towing capacity with the Super Cab, 8,000 pounds for the Super Crew Cab that we have today. And of course, to the sides, dual exhaust outlets with black tips. They are some massive tips too. That's pretty cool, but nonetheless, I think you guys know what we have to do next. As always, here is that exhaust clip. So, but now since we are around back of the Raptor, to go ahead and open that rear tailgate, you of course have the manual method of opening it up. Once opened up, I will say there is an option I always like mentioning with Ford F-150s and Raptors, of course. There's a tailgate assist step you can put back there. LED tailgate lighting will come standard, but LED box lighting is going to be an option for an additional $125. So the LED tailgate lighting being the lighting up top there, but the box lighting, of course, being down below. But again, $125 there. Drop-in bed liner for $350. Spray-in bed liner that you're looking at right now for $595. That's the option I would go with. But overall, 5.5 foot bed is really probably more than enough for just about everything that you want to use a truck for. If you needed a larger bed, go with the F-150. You can always get a larger bed there, or F-250, F-350, whatever. But make your way to the rear legroom. That's going to come in at 33.5 inches for the Super Cab. However, if you go with the Super Crew Cab that you're looking at right now, that comes in at 43.6 inches. That's probably the most rear legroom that's available out there on the market, really, in any vehicle right now. It's absolutely amazing, even luxury vehicles. For reference, I'm an even 6 feet tall. This is how much space I have back there, a ton of it. If you didn't want to use those rear seats, if you had a Mastiff or something you wanted to put back there, those rear seats do fold up. It's a 60/40 flip-up bench seat. So once again, certainly enough space to put your super large dog, your dinosaur, or tools, or whatever back there. Heated rear seats can be had with the 802A luxury package, which we do of course have today. Rear center armrests with cup holders will actually come standard. Love that. Rear ventilation also coming standard back there. You have a 400 watt power outlet back there as well, so you can charge up your tools perhaps from job to job. I don't know if you're using this for a work truck or not. It's a Raptor, but nonetheless, it's still cool to have that 12 volt power outlet, 2 USB charging ports back there as well. Some coat hooks on the top there. So rear seats definitely have it going on. But anyways, let's make our way to the front now. 8-way power driver's seat with a cloth finish is going to be the standard setup. And by the way, that does come with power lumbar adjustment as well. 10-way power adjustable driver and passenger seats with the leather finish come with the 801A package. By the way, that goes for $3,785. This is probably the one package I would add. If it were me, I'd go with the base setup with this one package, just because it does give you the leather seating, the power adjustable passenger seat, also power adjustable pedals, and a power sliding rear window. I think that's kind of a necessity for a truck. That's just my personal opinion. But you can adjust that by using the button on the roof of the Raptor here just in front of the aux switches there. But that's going to be how you're going to open and close that one. But Raptor lettering, of course, can be found on the top of the seats, and they are heated and ventilated seats with that 802A package once again. And overall, the seats are plenty comfortable. Certainly didn't have any issues there. But taking a look at the steering wheel now, it is tilt and telescoping. It is leather wrapped, and if you go with the 802A package, it is heated for those super cold, snowy days in Pennsylvania like today. I do like the red marking at the top of the steering wheel as well, and there is some Raptor lettering at the bottom. So this is a perforated leather, of course, since we have a heated steering wheel. So steering wheel is definitely a very nice setup on this one. No issues for me. But let's go ahead and make our way to the startup here. And let me, of course, start by showing you guys the key here. You do have your Raptor lettering on the one side, and when you flip it over, lock, unlock, that button to pop the rear hatch, and that ×2 button is actually your remote start, which is an option for $195, a standalone option if you wanted it. But also notice though, the buttons on the one side are a kind of darker finish than all the other Ford key fobs, like the Mustang for instance, or the EcoSport, or Expedition. All the other key fobs have more of a chrome-like finish. This kind of has a dark chrome-like finish. So I don't know, it's just a little observation I had there. Push button start is going to come with the 802A package, of course, and that is what we have today. So all I am going to do, simply put my foot on the brake and press that engine start button located just by the driver's right knee there. And so once started up, tachometer is on your left, speedometer is all the way to your right. There is a really large digital display front and center actually, and to control what is on that digital display, simply use the steering wheel mounted controls on the left side there. Of course, you have a digital speedometer if you wanted to display that. There's also things like your towing status, your off-road status. That's perhaps my favorite part. It's going to tell you what angle the wheels are at, what angle the whole Raptor is at if you're going up a mountain perhaps. That's pretty cool. You can also adjust your safety settings up there. Of course, you got trip A, trip B, average fuel economy, and the list goes on. Anyways, let's go ahead and make our way to overall interior quality. Twin panel moonroof. being an option that we have today for $1,495, and that goes all the way into the back, so even the rear passengers have a view of the sky. That's always nice. Dual zone climate control coming standard with the 802A package. Of course, there's grab handles absolutely everywhere, since this Raptor does sit quite high up comparatively speaking to other trucks out there. Ice blue ambient lighting for the 802A package. You can adjust the colors like you can in the Mustang, but it is ice blue, so that's pretty cool. Universal garage door opener coming standard with the 802A package once again, and those garage door buttons are going to be located on the driver's side sun visor, by the way, for up to 3 different garage doors there. But so I kept mentioning it, let me actually show it to you guys now. There are 6 auxiliary switches found on the roof here of the Raptor. And of course, they are going to be for when you add aftermarket lighting or aftermarket accessories to the Raptor. You can hook them up directly to these aux switches. That's kind of cool that Ford anticipated this truck being modified in some way or form, and they prepared it for that by putting those aux switches up there. So that's always a plus. And just in front of that, of course, you have your overhead sunglass holder if you wanted to use that as well. But overall, Raptor is definitely finished quite nicely for a truck, I should say at least. Just in front of the shifter, there is a fairly large storage area with 2 USB charging ports right there. Just to the right of the shifter, you have a little rubberized storage area, perhaps for a cell phone maybe. And then you have your dual cup holders with ice blue ambient lighting at the very bottom of them, of course. Then as far as that center armrest goes, just underneath of it, there is perhaps the most massive storage area I've ever experienced in any reviews. And of course, you have a pull-out tray with places where you can store your quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies as well. And all of this having a rubberized bottom so things aren't inclined to slide around as much, and that's always a plus when you have an off-road vehicle, because things do slide around, of course, unless you have those rubberized bottoms. And of course, you have your pen holders, not 1 but 2 pen holders. Dare you put pencils in that and Ford will find you. And within that massive storage area in the middle there, you do have a 12-volt power outlet in there as well, so ton of storage there. Then just above the passenger side glove box, a little tray area, perhaps to store some nuts and bolts or screws or whatever. It really isn't that much of an area, but inside the glove box there, you have your standard glove box, and then you have a separate storage area up top for the owner's manual. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and make our way now to the tech display. Front and center 8-inch color touchscreen display will come standard, aka Sync 3. Bluetooth and audio streaming coming standard with that, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well, meaning if you have a smartphone, simply hook it up to the Raptor. You have free navigation through that smartphone, as well as the ability to like and dislike your Pandora songs up there. Factory navigation system is going to be an option for $795 if you wanted that. You can of course check out your climate control settings and adjust your climate control settings up there, as well as your radio settings, of course. And by the way, when it comes to the sound system, you will get 7 speakers coming standard on the Raptor. However, there is an optional 10-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system with the 802A package that has 750 watts. That is nuts, and that is the one we have today. So let's go ahead and turn on the radio, see what we got playing today, and let's test out the clarity of this one.